Welcome to English Easy Hub. Join us as we ignite the flames of your English learning journey together.
Please subscribe to watch and embark on your English learning journey. Don't miss out on the exciting content. In this conversation, Andy seeks advice from his teacher on how to speak English loudly and clearly, particularly focusing on overcoming nervousness, improving confidence, and projecting his voice effectively. The dialogue explores practical techniques such as breath control, articulation, practicing in different environments, and building vocabulary to enhance both the clarity and volume of spoken English.
Hi, teacher. I've been struggling with speaking English loudly and clearly. Every time I try, my voice just doesn't come out strong. Do you have any tips on how I can project my voice better when I speak English?
Hi, Andy. That's a great question. Voice projection is something many language learners struggle with, so you're not alone. The first step is to understand that speaking loudly isn't just about volume. It's about confidence. When you're confident in what you're saying, your voice naturally becomes stronger. Have you practiced speaking with confidence before?
I've tried, but I often feel nervous, especially when speaking in front of others. I think it's because I'm afraid of making mistakes. Do you think that's why my voice is weak?
Absolutely, Andy. Fear of mistakes can definitely hold you back. But remember, making mistakes is a part of the learning process. One way to build confidence is to practice speaking in a safe environment, like with friends or in front of a mirror. Have you ever tried recording yourself speaking?
I haven't, but that sounds interesting. How would recording myself help with speaking loudly?
When you record yourself, you get a chance to hear how you sound and make adjustments. It also helps you become more comfortable with your own voice, which is crucial for confidence. You can practice speaking louder in these recordings and gradually increase your volume as you become more comfortable. How do you feel about trying that?
I think I'll give it a shot. But sometimes, even when I try to speak louder, it feels like I'm forcing it, and it doesn't sound natural. Is there a technique to speak loudly without it feeling forced?
That's a common issue. The key is to focus on breath control. When you speak, your voice should come from your diaphragm, not just your throat. Take a deep breath before you start speaking and let your voice ride on the air as you exhale. This way, your voice will be naturally supported and sound more powerful without being forced. Have you done any breathing exercises before?
I haven't done much with breathing exercises, but I've heard they're important. Can you recommend any specific exercises that might help?
Certainly. A simple one is to breathe in deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. This helps you control your breath and gives you a sense of how to use it when speaking. You can practice this before speaking to help you project your voice. How do you think this might help in your daily practice?
I think it could really help me stay calm and focused, especially in situations where I feel nervous. But what about pronunciation? Sometimes when I try to speak loudly, my pronunciation suffers. Any tips on maintaining clarity while increasing volume?
That's a great observation. Clarity comes from precise articulation, which is about making sure your mouth, tongue, and lips are working together to form the sounds correctly. You can practice this with tongue twisters or by exaggerating your mouth movements when you speak. Start slow and clear, and then gradually increase your speed and volume. How do you feel about practicing in front of a mirror to see how your mouth moves?
That makes sense. Practicing in front of a mirror could help me see where I'm going wrong. But I'm still worried about speaking loudly in public. I often feel self-conscious. How can I overcome that feeling?
It's normal to feel self-conscious, especially when you're not used to speaking loudly. One approach is to start small. Practice speaking louder in situations where you feel more comfortable, like at home or with close friends. Gradually, as you build confidence, you can try speaking louder in more public settings. It's also helpful to remind yourself that most people aren't judging you as harshly as you might think. Do you think starting small could help ease your nerves?
Yes, starting small sounds like a good plan. I guess it's all about taking it step by step. One last thing, sometimes I feel like I just don't have the right words when I'm trying to speak loudly. How can I improve my vocabulary and make sure I have the words I need?
Expanding your vocabulary is crucial, and it can be done in a fun and engaging way. Read widely, books, articles, anything that interests you, and pay attention to how words are used. You can also practice by using new words in your daily conversations, even if it's just talking to yourself. The more you use a word, the more natural it becomes. Have you considered keeping a vocabulary journal where you write down new words and practice using them?
I haven't tried that, but it sounds like a great idea. I think writing them down would help me remember them better. I'm going to start doing that. But I also worry about the tone of my voice. Sometimes when I try to speak louder, my voice becomes monotone or too high-pitched. How can I maintain a natural tone while increasing volume?
That's an important point, Andy. Maintaining a natural tone requires a balance of breath support and relaxation. If your voice becomes too high-pitched, it might be because you're tensing up. Practice speaking from a relaxed state, and try varying your pitch intentionally when you practice. Reading aloud with emotion can help you find the right tone. Have you ever practiced reading dialogue out loud, like from a play or a book with different characters?
I haven't really tried that, but it sounds like a fun way to practice. Maybe I could pick a book with a lot of dialogue. But I'm also curious about how to handle difficult words or phrases when speaking loudly. Sometimes I stumble over complex sentences. What should I do in those situations?
It's great that you're thinking about that, Andy. When you come across difficult words or phrases, slow down a bit and focus on enunciating each syllable clearly. It's better to slow down and be understood than to rush and lose clarity. You can also practice these tricky words and phrases separately until they become more natural for you. Repetition is key. Have you tried breaking down sentences into smaller parts and practicing each part separately?
I've done that with some phrases, but I could definitely do it more often. I think I rush because I want to get through the sentence without making a mistake. But I see how slowing down could help. What about situations where I have to speak loudly but also quickly, like in a debate or a presentation? How can I balance speed and volume?
In situations where speed is necessary, like in a debate, it's crucial to have strong breath control and clear articulation. Practice speaking quickly but clearly by reading aloud at a faster pace than usual. Start slow and gradually increase your speed while maintaining clarity. Also, make sure to take quick but deep breaths in between sentences to keep your voice strong. How do you feel about practicing with a timer to see how well you can maintain clarity and volume under time pressure?
That sounds like a good challenge. I'll try timing myself and see how it goes. One more thing, what if I'm in a noisy environment and I need to speak loudly to be heard? Any tips for projecting my voice in that kind of situation?
Speaking in noisy environments can be tough, but it's all about projecting your voice from your diaphragm and directing it toward your audience. Focus on speaking to the person farthest away from you, even if you're addressing a small group. This will help you naturally increase your volume. Also, make sure to open your mouth more when speaking. This helps your voice carry better. Have you practiced speaking in different environments to see how your voice carries?
I haven't tried that, but it makes sense to practice in different settings. I usually just practice in my room where it's quiet. Maybe I could try practicing outside or in a crowded place to get used to the noise. Do you think that would help?
Absolutely. Andy, practicing in various environments will help you adapt to different situations. The more you practice in challenging settings, the more confident you'll become in projecting your voice. You could even try recording yourself in different places to see how your voice changes. How do you feel about setting specific goals for yourself, like practicing in a new environment each week?
That's a great idea. I think setting goals will keep me motivated. I'll start by practicing outside this week. I feel like I've learned so much from this conversation. Thank you, teacher, for all these tips and ideas. I'm excited to put them into practice.
You're very welcome, Andy. I'm glad you found the conversation helpful. Remember, progress takes time. So be patient with yourself and keep practicing consistently. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have more questions or need further guidance. I'm confident that with dedication and practice, you'll see significant improvement. Keep up the great work, and I'm looking forward to hearing about your progress.
I will, thank you. I'm feeling much more confident now, and I'm excited to start practicing everything we talked about. I'll keep you updated on how it goes.
That's the spirit, Andy. I'm really proud of your determination and willingness to improve. Keep pushing yourself, and remember that each small step brings you closer to your goal. I'm here to support you every step of the way. Good luck, and I can't wait to hear about your success.
The teacher emphasizes the importance of confidence, consistent practice, and gradual improvement in speaking English loudly and clearly. By adopting the suggested techniques and practicing in various settings, Andy can overcome his fears, improve his pronunciation, and project his voice with confidence. The conversation highlights the value of persistence and the importance of creating a personalized practice routine to achieve significant progress in English speaking skills.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share to keep the English learning journey alive.